Hey y'all, back at it again. Another week, the Bearded Bros Golf Show. I'm Rod.
And now
Um,
Marcus.
Jumping over to the LPGA, they had the HSBC Women's. It was a long name. Let me get it right. HSBC Women's World Championship came down to a thrilling finish between Celine Boutier and Hannah Green. Hannah Green, Australian player, really I think has underperformed her talent level. I think she's a really amazing
Agreed.
golfer.
Well
Athletic,
liked.
has a ton of swing speed, which I have a couple of videos queued up that you're going to see her drive on 18. I found this really. I was just scrolling Instagram, watching a random story, and saw this guy who was actually on site for the final round today. So you see the LPGA angle, the TV angle, and then I'll pull up his clip, which was actually cool to see it from a different angle, particularly Hannah Green's putt. So he was able to capture Celine Boutier's clutch par putt, which, hopefully would have forced her into a playoff. But Hannah Green clutched down the stretch, birding the last three holes, 16, 17, and 18, just on fire. So a par four, par three, and then another par four to finish, all birdies. So let me cue up the LPGA video here. And with that angle, you can't really tell how far that putt is and the uphill climb for Hannah Green, but here's a different angle for both of those putts. Again, Boutier's par putt had some meat on the bone, and then Hannah Green. That's clutch, man. A big moment
Pure
for her
stuff.
winning. Yeah, very. And you can tell she's well liked, right? So competitors very happy for her, and you even see Boutier in the tent here giving her a hug. So sportsmanship all around. That's why I love the LPGA. I'm telling you, man. I we've said this weeks and weeks, going back to last year. I truly think the LPGA is like one of the most underrated products that's out there in the sports world. And I think if more people had the opportunity to see it, they have a really strong connection to Asia, playing in Korea, Thailand, that if we were able to see them more stateside, I think they would be able to get a lot more attention. I feel like to a certain degree how like the WNBA has gotten a little bit more respect in the last handful of years. I think the
Yeah.
LPGA honestly could do that times two, in terms of competing. I don't think they'll ever have the popularity of the men's game, but it's a really good product, man. I just really enjoy watching those ladies play golf, especially as they get more athletic. You're seeing long drivers of the ball. What do you think about it, man? What do you think about the win in first, and then kind of your overall thoughts on LPGA? Even though we've talked
Yeah.
about it several times.
I mean, super clutch stuff. I mean, you didn't even really think about Hannah Green until the last 2 days. I mean, she just kind of had like some ho hum rounds, but got electric in the
74.
end, and then right, like, dude, it's insane to say that she won that in that manner, but she could be winning like that all the time. It's kind of honestly like a wonder when she wins in this fashion, where it looks like she's this clutch. It almost makes you retract and be like, well, why hasn't she won more? Or what's going
Mhm.
on with Hannah and like why isn't she winning? And then you see the stats. She literally hit 50% of her fairways and still won the event. So the talent is
Yeah.
there. The
Yeah.
electricity is there. The game and the shot making is there. The ability is all right in front of you. It's just, you need to cash out a little bit more. And she's probably got a lot of top 25s, a lot of cash outs, a lot of made cuts and stuff like that, but just never really on the throne like that. So, nice to see her, come in the clutch and make a few putts when it mattered most. And then, always a pleasure to see Boutier, doing her thing. Again, I mean, just the way she hits the ball, the way she moves the ball out there, how she plays the game, how she thinks the game at such a stature that she has, it's always crazy to me to see. I mean, a lot of these
Yeah.
women, I mean, on the tour are not necessarily 5'8", 5'9", stacked or have crazy club head speed, 5'3", 5'4", and they just move the ball out there because they're hitting it out the middle of the face. So regardless of,
Yeah.
again, regardless of what you think of the swings and it being women, think about the numbers, the smash factor, and things like that. They're hitting it out of the middle of the face. The accuracy is there. The putting ability is there. The scoring is there. Again, they're not shooting one under, two under par to win this event. They're getting into the double digits, the mid double digits, just as if the PGA Tour would do, just as if the DP
Yep.
World Tour would do. Substantial tours. So
Yeah.
for
I
them to
think honestly,
again,
from we've said it from a technical standpoint, they're better than the men. They were talking
easily,
about
they have to
Furaway,
be.
who led through the third round. How she hit 84% of her fairways.
Yep.
That's crazy good. I mean,
Repeatable. Discipline.
that is. Who cares if it's 240? I'd play out of the fairway all day at 240. Um,
Thousand
so
percent.
yeah, it's just it's unreal how good these ladies are. And again, like I said, if you see them, starting to get more athletic, so you think about somebody like a Lynn Grant, who's super athletic and long and has, a really fluid swing. Some
Yeah.
of the young stars that are coming up, Allison Corpus, she's a little more unorthodox in terms of her game, but still long and tall. You're just seeing some different body types, and
Yeah.
I'm glad that we're seeing some. I know Hannah Green's Australian, but you're seeing ladies stateside that are getting into the game. The most athletic folks that go play a basketball or football played a sport like soccer, how dominant the US could be. I feel like there's a lot of ladies that on the women's side are
Right.
stepping into golf and finding that as a sport to play as a good alternative. And we're just seeing more, stateside women be athletic and get into the game of golf. And they're getting into it
Definitely.
young. You can see, when we see the golf on Golf Channel from, over the summer, that these gals are different. They're changing. Even
Definitely.
though Rose Zhang is not like super athletic, she's tall-ish. Compared to a lot of the foreign-born players. So I think, like I said, game's in a good place, and we see the product getting better and better, and they're coming from everywhere. Right? The last week we just talked
Yeah.
about Patty T winning 2 weeks in a row, and she's also athletic, dynamic swing, and
Right.
has a lot going on. So, yeah, I think the women's game is in really good hands right now. You get a lot of stuff out of this channel, y'all. A little business knowledge, a little technical golf knowledge, a little BS in here and there. You're in a well-rounded environment. So, uh,
Absolutely.
hit that subscribe button, hit that membership button. We got you covered on all things golf.